derp, herp, derp. I am an idiot. I recorded this whole thing with the mic was not muted, but FRAPS was for some reason default set to not record the screen. I mean, record the sound from the mic. I've got the game audio, but I'm having to dub this in post. So it's not going to be as dramatic. I apologize for that. I'm going to do my best to try to remain... Okay, so maybe you can still get to me. I was just about to say I'm going to do my best to at least try to remain a little jumpy, but understand that this is recorded in post, and I apologize for that. Wow, 2 in a row. Alright, so, that said, wow, I'm actually a little nervous, and I just played this 15 minutes ago. I got a little cranky, went to calm down, had a drink of water, and now I'm back to dub this over. I am moderately annoyed by this, but I'm not going to let it get to me. So I'm creeping through the hallways. Lots of doors. An eternal corridor of doors. And this is the point where the game starts to remind me of Link to the Past, and not Link to the Past, Majora's Mask and Ocarina of Time. I will be the first to admit that it's a tenuous... Okay, one day a strange merchant came to town. He sold handmade puppets and trinkets. All the children loved his store and his gifts, but the town couldn't support his store because other shops were failing. The other shopkeepers became jealous, so one night some of the townspeople took all of his puppets and threw them in the river. That wasn't nice. I apparently read it a lot slower when I was playing the game. I know these masks don't look like Zelda masks that much, but I'm still very reminded of Ocarina of Time Majora's Mask. But just afterwards, he came running to the river, crying and wailing that his children were being drowned. He dove into the river, trying to save his possessions. The townspeople, bitter and still angry, watched him frantically thrash and dive into the river until he never surfaced again. Dun dun dun! Well, I'm sure that story is over and won't go anywhere. Alright, let us continue. The door that was now locked, the door that was previously locked, I had the key for now. So let us continue to explore. Though not what they wanted, the shopkeepers were satisfied. I got a key! Years later, the children of the town began to go missing, and as more and more children disappeared, people began to find more and more puppets in the forest and around the river. These puppets seemed to almost look like the missing children. I don't know why, but I'm suddenly having Seventh Guest flashbacks. Was that man's name Henry Stauff, by any chance? By any chance at all? So anyway, I'm just... Hello? Are you the puppet man? I think you're the puppet man! Yep, you've got strings and I don't like you. Run! More running! Puppet man! Killer puppet man! Content warning! Content warning! Content warning! Urgent content warning. It doesn't actually show anything, but just the lead-up is enough to make me really freak out the first time I was watching this. I really wish I'd had this recorded, because I was on the edge of my seat. To become a puppet is to rid oneself of the pain and harshness of choice. Now, nothing you do is your fault. You belong to something. You belong to me. Yeah, no, I don't think my soul wanders in an endless maze. I think my soul is now a puppet. But still, I was so freaked out and shaky that I couldn't even type in my name for the high score chart. I guess it doesn't happen. Alright. I guess it didn't get recorded. So, trying again. More running! Okay, didn't get me that time. It's a lot harder to keep up the fear when I'm not actually playing. It's still there, but not easy to keep up. Okay, get back to the puppet man. I like the puppet man. I mean, I don't like the puppet man, but you know what I mean. Oh, and I forgot, I gave the puppet man a name. Yeah. I eventually figured something out about the puppet man, and I'll get to that when I get back to him. Alright, I probably could have cut this out. Especially because I'm kind of dumb. There's the key. Grab the key, go through the right door. Then I get a little confused here, and I forget that the key is not on the table, it's on the floor. I look on the table, I don't see it, and I'm confused. And I can even see it on the floor when I turn quickly, but I didn't notice it when I was playing. Try the door, it's locked. At this point I started frantically wondering if the game had glitched. I was like, what the hell? And then there's this one door that I can't pass through. It's completely solid, with no indication of why. Fortunately, I head back to this room right away, and I realize the key is on the floor. And we are back to on our way to Puppet Man. Mr. Puppethead. Alright. He attacked me and murdered me horribly, and I figured out that he only comes at you when you're not looking at him. So, I ended up naming him Wazowski. I'm watching you, Wazowski. Always watching. But yeah, so I have to go through these next corridors of the game backwards. Because he will come kill me and stab me in the back if I try to run, and he's faster than me. And I have limited stamina, and he doesn't. So, yeah, that's a pain in the butt. At this point, I thought maybe he was gone. And just look how much of your health he rips off in one go. Seriously. 3 hits and you're dead. Alright. I think I die one more time, so don't get your hopes up for this life. Yeah. I'm almost dead. Maybe I could have stood and waited for my health to recover. Yeah, that was my fault. That was my stupid. I accidentally went backwards through the door. I hit E again when I was standing right in front of the door I just came through. And so, he got me. This time I figured it out a lot faster and did not stupidly turn back around. But just the tension of wandering through these rooms completely blind, well, not completely blind, but not being able to see in front of you, is, I can safely say it's the scariest part of this game so far. And it just keeps going for like 20 rooms. Every time I think, oh, well, maybe he's gone, I get stabbed in the back. There he is. Hello, Puppet Man. Do you want to play? Hi, Wazowski. You want to be my friend? No? Screw you. But yeah, it just keeps coming. The only positive side effect is it's a lot less... The jump scares, the pop-up, the pop-up wooden monsters are a lot less scary when they're behind you, and so they don't pop up in your field of vision suddenly. I suppose the noise might get some people at some point, but I had like 2 or 3 pop-ups while walking backwards, and they did not make me jump. This was annoying, having to walk backwards through a narrow maze. I did not like this part at all. Couldn't see where I was going. Couldn't see where to put my feet. Couldn't see at all. At least I don't have to turn around to open doors. That is a blessing. I'll tell you that right now. You can turn doors with your... You can open doors with your back turned. Which is the only way to survive this part. I have no idea what the heck turned off the sound on my recording. And I'm going to make up for it soon. Well, I'm making up for it now, I mean. But this is just really frustrating. Alright, the music has stopped, but no, it hasn't. I thought the music had stopped and it was safe to turn around. And I did for a while. I thought, oh, okay, it's done, I'm done. Or no, I didn't. But yeah, he's still there. He's definitely still there. He is there, and I was unexpected. So I got stabbed in the back by a puppet man that I have named Wazowski. Not Mike Wazowski, just Wazowski. Yes. Yeah, see, it's not as scary when it's not popping up right in your face. Alright, here the music has stopped. And I eventually figure out that I'm safe. Yes, I'm relatively certain I'm okay here. Nothing else to worry about. This house has a lot of arcade rooms, but there's the same stupid game. Why did they make it so ugly? They were so cute before, and now they're all horrible. Well, that one's horrible. I admit, they're not all horrible, but still, that one was ugly. Where was I? Oh yeah, same games in every arcade room. I don't know what the point is. These rooms I could do without, and please, game, never let anything be chasing me in these horrible rooms. Wait, what's going on? Alright, for a second there, the video froze. I don't know what it is. The sound was still going on, but the video froze. That's not good. Maybe it was a momentary glitch? I don't know. But yeah, that one was normal. That one was absolutely normal. Didn't get me that time. Somehow the tingle, tingle, tingle sounds are just not as intimidating as the sudden BWAH. I do not like any hallway longer than my stamina bar. I'm going to come out and say that now. I do not trust any hallway longer than my stamina bar. I should be able to... And it's this point, I think, where I started lamenting the lack of notes. They really did add some character. Alright, I decided to look at some of the monsters. Skipping the ones I've seen. There's that one. Creature found in a church of a small town. I didn't give myself time to read it. Puppet man. Wooden life-size puppet found floating in a... Can't even read. In a reservoir where a town had once been. Specimen is active despite appearance and is mostly a danger to people who ignore it and the visually impaired. Alright. Specimen is constantly changing form and attributes depending on... Sorry, I'm watching this in the little window in the editing software, and the writing is so tiny it's hard to see. I apologize for that. This will not happen. I will do my best to make sure this does not happen again, even though it somehow happened at the end of the previous episode, and I'm going to have to go back and record dialogue for the last 8 minutes of the previous video. Yes. A worm-like creature that seems harmless. Floating red figure that was found inside a secret area below a large abandoned corporate office used to be a restaurant franchise. Specimen is extremely something, and also... forget it. All I know is it eats souls. Apparently I read the whole thing while I was playing. And then I headed on. Then as I was heading through the door, I realized I hadn't retried the rearrange house option. So I then promised the next time I came across that room that I would try the reorganize house option. And surprise, surprise, it came across again like 4 or 5 rooms later. There's another arcade. Okay, maybe it wasn't 4 or 5 rooms, but it was still pretty close. It's in this video. But yeah, the little notes added some story and depth. And when they don't do that, it's just a series of little rooms. Here we go. I try the Alter House program, and once again it errors. Error. Nope, no luck for me. So, I head onwards. And I got back to this room, and someone pointed out to me that these are not programmers. They are Let's Players, who I am not familiar with. All I know is I'm not there. But I don't show my face, so just as well. Or it's to be expected. I do not like any hallway longer than my stamina bar. I do not trust them. Oh, I forgot to mention during the narration that I noticed while I was playing that I got to room 350 and there was no save point. I had been warned that would happen, and look, there's another of those rooms. I had been warned that would happen, but I wasn't told when it would happen. But now I don't have a save every 50 rooms. So I don't have that to fall back on. Purple walls. I like it, the purple walls. Yes. Honestly, I can see why somebody complained in the comments that a lot of this game is boring. But the honest thing is, you can't have one constant, endless scare after another, or it gets old. If you know the monster's going to jump out in every single room, it quickly loses the scare factor. So they've got to have the calm periods to let you calm down and let your guard down, so to speak. So, yeah, I have to defend the boring parts. They're there because you're going, when will it happen? It's gonna happen, but when will it happen? Yeah, this locked door bothers me because I never found a key for it. I just keep going on my merry way. Maybe they can scare me even in post. Repeatedly. I don't know if anything else is going to happen. We've only got a few rooms left. Actually, I don't know about that because there's holes in the ceiling again and I hear the scratchy noise of the giant spider monster. Not right now, but I do hear it in places I remember. There, see? Told you. Spider. I warned you. But anyway, I did make it through here. I did make it to room 400, so yay. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, comment, or subscribe. But you don't have to, because remember, I'm not the boss of you. Good night.